fish pile like I can. I'm a better jig fisherman than Randy Blockett is. Different arguments, different perspectives, different outlooks. That's just what the world's come to, and I guess that's all right. Except this forward-face sonar thing. I'm not going to say nothing in this video that's going to be groundbreaking or earth-shattering or new. I'm just in the mood. Because right now, 40-plus mile-an-hour gusts of wind. Got to skip the snow again last night. And how wonderful is that? It's 32 degrees. Puts me in the mood. I got some things I want to talk about. Some things I want to bring up I haven't really heard talked about this way. So that's what we're going to do. Here come the good guys. I'm glad they're on my side. The arguments that I hear for forward-face sonar. And y'all, I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I get that. And I'm never going to use it. I've never done use it. So maybe I'm not the one to argue the point. But I'm pretty sure I know enough. I don't like fishing where there's no fish. I don't like wasting my time not catching fish. I want my family to get into fish fast. I want to put them on fish. I want better results. I want quicker results. I want it now. I want it to happen now. There's a theme there that goes across the world. Saw a young man comment on a video the other day because I said I'll have Remy 20-somethings watch my videos, and he does. I appreciate him. I'm glad he stands up for himself. He said he only gets to fish one day a week. So he has forward-face sonar to utilize his time better. How do you argue that? What is there to say to that? Except many times in my life, I had one day a week to fish. I made it happen. There's just no doubt in my mind that I'm going to be a better fisherman in the end than most of those folks are. Is what he's doing wrong? No, it's not illegal. Is it wrong to the fish? I think it's an abomination to the fish. I think they deserve better. Bass are basically defenseless critters. The only thing they have is to hide. That's all they've got. In thick cover or out in open water, and it's not working real well for them. They've always been them open water bass. When I used to guide years ago, we'd catch bass trolling for hybrids and catching white bass. No structure, nothing, just where the shad were, and you catch occasional nice bass, and with them swims a bunch. And sometimes you see those bass just come up and busting. And I think we always thought they was roaming from spot to spot. I don't know, they lived out there. When the crappie guys come out with all those poles, what do they call that? Spider rigs. They start catching all these nice bass. Yeah, middle of the lake, go figure. Oh, the crappie were there too because the shad were there. It's nothing new. Except now those fish aren't very free. They're kind of getting targeted. Bass are defenseless critters. They don't have no way to fight back, and I think we're hurting them. I don't want to make this young man mad watching my videos. I'm glad he's a bass fisherman. I'm glad he gets to go. I'm glad he watches my channel. I only have one day a week, so I'm going to take every advantage I can. That's just human nature. I have another man I've never met on discussion forums, a bass fishing discussion forum. We've always had a good rapport. He commented on one of my videos last year or so that he takes his grandkids out and he wants to put them on fish quick. That's why he uses forward-face sonar. He's no young kid. I never had a grandpa take me fishing, but I had a couple older uncles. Had one specifically took me fishing. We just went to where he thought the best spot was. He wanted me to catch fish, but he didn't bend over backwards, do nothing crazy to make it happen. You just had to try your best. You went forth with the information you had. You worked with it. You adjusted. You changed. Is it just because I'm an old guy I'm never going to get this? Is that what it is? Number one argument, why I use forward-face sonar and why it's okay, because it makes things easier. I have limited time, so I'm going to do it. It's just a mindset that's changed, and it's the way the world is. I just left the gym a little bit ago in town. I was going to do the video there. I had to get my breath. I tell you how cold it is out. Solar bat link in the description, you guys. That's something I can talk about positive. 30% off sale store-wide right now, including prescriptions, okay? Check it out, and it'll be in my link in the description, and it'll have a deal there about my promo code. You use that, you get free shipping and handling. So that's what I can do to contribute to you and make you instantly gratified. Another argument forward face sonar guys are putting forward that it's not easy to do. No, it probably isn't easy to learn until you do, I guess. I know guys that can't flip a jig in a thick brush pile like I can. I'm a better jig fisherman than Randy Blockett is. As a matter of fact, he has to be on a really good day with jerkbait to beat me. Okay, that's not really the truth. But the reason I say that is because all the time and him and I have put into learning our craft and learning the presentations, learning colors and wind and water clarity and all those important factors and putting it all together to make it work is a learned deal. It's took a lot of years. So maybe learning forward face sonar is going to take a few years too. However, I have a distinct feeling from talking to enough people local, mostly crappie fishermen, but a few bass fishermen, hearing them talk amongst each other and videos and people commenting on his channel. Some of y'all ain't no damn good at it. It's bothering you. You're seeing the fish. And, well, one guy said he'd never found what he thought was a bass on one yet. But you're seeing those fish, you ain't getting a bite. Or you're not getting a bite consistent. It's bothering you, isn't it? You spend all that money, it's torquing you, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You need to be torqued. Pick up a flipping stick and go find some dirty water, learn to flip a jig without a splash. Perfect presentation every time possible, and you'll have learned something that's worth something. Is that too much? The fact is, learning forward face sonar is like anything else in life. It's you got to apply yourself. But too many people that I know, they consider themselves mediocre fishermen, are using it to great advantage now to catch a lot of fish and more fish and bigger fish and targeting specific species of fish, especially crappie and bass, some walleye, some catfish. Those guys, they're doing that. They got quick enough to make a big difference in their fishing. So don't tell me how hard it is. Flipping that jig perfectly every time, that takes skill. Working a top water, walking a top water left or right or around something. You ever walk a zero spook around something? I have. Can you do that? Can you walk a zero spook up to something and walk it around it? Can you make it go backwards sometimes? I've done it. Yeah, that's like showing off, don't it? But damn right I'm showing off. A lot of years, y'all. So don't tell me it's easier. Don't tell me it takes skill to learn. What? So I get shook up. Don't tell me that it's not easy. It's as easy as anything else once you learn it. If you ain't got it learned, take it off your damn boat, put a flasher back on, learn how to fish the way the traditional guys do like me. Final argument, I think. And it's beyond everything else. And the ball keeps getting dropped because all the drama in tournaments right now, with all the screwing off going on, all the non-professional attitudes, non-professional, unethical behavior that's happening, and then the forward face sonar guys are fighting it out with the traditional guys that are wanting to. It's a mess. It's a shadow of what it used to be. But tournament fishermen, less than 10% of the bass fishermen are probably tournament fishermen, I would have guessed. That means 97% of y'all have more sense than I do. Yes, you do. But the biggest argument of all is it's not hurting the fish population. The heck it ain't. Too many people have told me it's changed the fish in their lakes. I've heard my fish got bigger because all the little ones done got caught, y'all. When they get big, it's bad. And why our state agencies aren't on it yet? It's almost like electronic companies are booting them some bucks too, just like they do BSS or MLF or whatever. Screw the tournament fishing. Screw the drama. Screw all the punk buttholes that think they're big dicks with the big four-wheel drive, puppy squasher tires, and brand new boats because mom and daddy's paying for it. Forget all that. Joe Blow down here in my lake is fixing to whack more crappie this spring he's ever caught in his life because he got good with that sonar last year. And he's going to keep so many of those crappie. He's going to keep way beyond the limits, daily limits, and we have a limit. We have a total limit you're supposed to have. He's going to beat that. He's going to fill freezers up, and they're going to get freezer burnt and wasted because that's what people have always done. They smack them hard in the spring when fishing's better. Now they're doing it year-round, and they're wasting those fish. It's just sad. And in just well over a week, our spoonbill season starts up. Snagging ain't nothing no more because forward face sonar, you got to fish 5-6 foot long. It's a shame. It's a sham. It's sinful. Poor fish don't stand a chance. The guides are smacking those fish, getting right on top of them, get right 10 foot front and yank them. It ain't like the old days where you may snag and drag all day long because there wasn't no fish there. Boy, I hate fishing where there's no fish. You know what, y'all? I spent almost 50 years getting really good at fishing where there's no fish. You can't take that away from me. I'm like a world champion at that. I'm going to keep doing it. I did a video about 3 years ago on my other channel where I said I'm going to be a better bass fisherman than you are. I was talking to the modern technology guys because they're never going to have a skill set. They're never going to learn all the things that I've learned. And I believe that's more true than ever. I can't watch tournament fishing, but I saw enough of it in the last few years. I've heard Randy and other people talk. These guys have no skill set other than those minnows and that radar love stuff they're doing. I'm a better fisherman now. Does that mean anything? No, not really. Some days I wake up in a Don Williams kind of mood. Some days I wake up in a Molly Hatchet mood. Today it was AC/DC. I'm going to go. I've already selected. I'm going to draw a winner for the Solar Bat sunglasses. Yeah, y'all missed out on that. I'm sorry. You should have watched the whole video last week. I think I got 37 names. I'll draw that this week and I'll do a little something on it. Somebody's getting a pair of Solar Bats. Obviously, pretty cool, right? Instant gratification. Y'all, I don't know what to say except everything you do in these videos, try not to copy off other people and try and, I don't like drama. I really don't. But these arguments for forward-face sonar are just, they're not holding water. They're buckets, big old holes in the bottom. They're sieves. They're a sinking boat. Don't tell me it don't matter. That's kind of the other thing they say. It's blown out of proportion. No, it's not. Look at the issues with the pro bass guys. Look at the issues with all the different videos like us. People are fighting over it. It's not a non-issue. It's a real deal because it's got to be such a horrible thing for our sport and for our humanity as bass fishermen and against the fish themselves. Those poor fish, it's the most unfair thing in the world to them. They need all the help they can get. Man, I hope I get some flooded willows and button bushes and brush this year with my flipping stick. I hope I do it when that's the best bite there is on the lake because I can keep up. It's the one thing I'm better than Randy at. Okay, I'm done. God bless you guys. Go forth, young man. You're 20, whatever year old. I appreciate you watching, sir. I hope I didn't make you too mad, but it is what it is. That's the old guys. We get to talk about that. Bye.